You can take courses. You can watch videos on YouTube. But what is actually the best way to prepare for cruising? Hi, I'm Carolyn Sherlock, and on this episode of the Boat Galley Podcast, I'll share the best way you can gain the skills and instincts you need to be a successful cruiser. Now, today's episode of the Boat Galley Podcast is sponsored by Julie Bradley. Ready for some dream fodder? Her books, Escape from the Ordinary and Crossing Pirate Waters, are true life, must-read sailing adventures. Experience the pleasures and terrors of living a life where even simple decisions can have big consequences as you sail along with Glenn and Julie from sandy South Pacific Islands to pirate-infested waters off the Horn of Africa. You'll laugh, you'll gasp, and you'll be inspired. Escape from the Ordinary and Crossing Pirate Waters are perfect gifts for anyone who loves adventure and the sea. Buy your copy today on Amazon or any online bookstore. What's one of the biggest things you can do to prepare to cruise? Get out on the water. Taking classes is a great start, but you need to spend time out on the water to develop a feel for assessing situations and reacting to them. A case in point. A couple years ago, we had a 50-mile trip. Halfway into it, the isolated squalls became numerous, and a waterspout formed just behind us, when we were less than a mile from entering a shallow, winding channel. But we knew where safe water lay, and we quickly changed course to let the waterspout pass. Now, a class can tell you it's important to know where the safe water is, and that you should have a bailout plan. But until you need one, and maybe don't have one, it doesn't become part of what you instinctively do. Later that same day, in the Bahamas, coming out of a second shallow cut, our engines sputtered and quit. The sails were down. But again, we knew where there was safe water, and we had the jib unfurled in less than a minute. Just then, another squall decided to hit. Again, a class can teach you what to do in such circumstances, but having experience in getting sails out quickly is invaluable. So is having dealt with squalls in the past. Both together? Well, it was the first time for us, but knowing both parts of it made it manageable. In the end, we got to our anchorage 10 minutes before sundown and with an engine that wouldn't run above half throttle. We were never scared. Tired? Oh yeah. Frustrated? Definitely. But our real-world experience helped us. You can't get experience overnight, and you can't get it just by taking a class. It takes getting out there and, unfortunately, having to figure things out when problems arise. In the words of Mark Twain, good decisions come from experience. Experience comes from making bad decisions. We've certainly made our share of bad decisions. Mistakes you might call them, but we always try to learn from them. If you're on a 3 or a 5-year plan to go cruising, or even a 1-year plan, I strongly suggest getting out on the water as much as you possibly can. If you don't have your cruising boat yet, or are working on her, get an inexpensive boat to use right now, or cruise for a local racing boat. Racing builds great skills very quickly. The experience you gain will definitely help flatten out that first-year learning curve. Now, be sure to subscribe to the Boat Galley Podcast to keep getting these. I hope you find them informative and helpful.